Easy people, welcome to my PSG match reaction. I've just come back from London. Last night I was on the Don Robbie watch along. I did buy a ticket for the game, did have the flights all sorted. There was some sort of confusion over COVID testing and things like that. So friends of mine dropped out and anyway, it didn't end up going. So I went and did the watch along. What an absolutely frustrating game. You know what I mean? I can't even say that City played bad. I can't even come on here and criticise them because I thought we set up well. I thought we took the game to Paris. I thought we had plenty of possession. First half, we were knocking it about well. We got caught cold. Mbappe down the channel. In my opinion, Grealish or Rodri should have gone with him. They didn't. They were too busy wondering where Messi was. He puts the ball across, takes a couple of deflections, and then Idrissa Gueye puts it in the top corner. I mean, great finish, great goal. Idrissa Gueye had a great game yesterday. I thought the Paris midfield was strong. I thought Verratti was ratting. He was getting all over the park and getting into players, and he was on the referee. You know what I mean? He was just being a real nuisance. I thought Idrissa Gueye was really, really good. I thought he was a handful in there. Another one who was very, very busy, rattling a few players, getting stuck in. Kevin De Bruyne could have got sent off really for the tackle on him. I mean, you could tell he didn't mean it. He's got the ball, but then Idrissa Gueye sort of come underneath him, and then, you know what I mean, he's caught him. Some referees would have sent him for that. Obviously got a yellow card, and I think common sense prevailed. But the first half was so frustrating. I mean, there seems to be a common theme with City at the minute for me, where it's starting to become more and more clear that we do need a striker. You know, we've played the false nine, and we've had Varane there, we've had Foden there, De Bruyne, Jesus, Sterling. But in games like last night, you're only going to get very limited chances, and we couldn't put the ball away. I mean, look at the ball from Kevin De Bruyne right onto Sterling's head. So he's got a clear header front of goal. He hits the bar. It drops down. Bernardo Silva, all he has to do is tap it in. He hits the bar. Then it drops back down off the bar. All he's got to do is tap it in again. He can't get his foot to it. I mean, in a game of that magnitude against a team like PSG, to get two bites of the cherry like that and not do it is unthinkable. And it's all right coming up against these so-called smaller teams and putting 5 past them, 6 past them and things like that. That's fine. But when you come up against real quality, your chances are going to be limited. You know what I mean? You look at the Chelsea game at weekend, we played really, really well. You know what I mean? 3 or 4 clear edge chances we had, and we only converted 1, and that was scrappy. So we need a gunman up there for me. We need a bagsman. We need somebody that can just get up there and finish these chances. I mean, trying to get somebody in January is going to be tough. I don't know what the answer to it is. But last night, for me, we dominated possession. We had more chances, more shots on target. I think the ratio of scoring was somewhat ridiculous, you know what I mean, compared to theirs. And we got beat. We're coming away from the game. We got beat. It was sloppy defending for the first goal. I've just explained it. You know, Mbappe pointed to where he wanted the ball. The ball got put there. You've got Rodri and Grealish sort of didn't follow the runner, and they finished it well. And then it was all City. We dominated the play. We looked like we were going to score every time we got the ball. But a lot of it's very passive. It's side to side. So it goes all the way to Grealish. And then somebody overlaps Grealish and he plays it in, and then they pull it across and it gets cleared and it goes over to Mahrez. Mahrez tries to beat the man, pulls it back, it gets knocked away, then it's cleared, then it's passed along the edge of the box, passed along the edge of the box, passed along the edge of the box, and someone might shoot. That is how we're playing at the minute. It's very, very predictable for teams to keep us on the edge of the box. You know what I mean? We haven't got anybody in the middle, in my opinion, making them runs or doing what Mbappe did, telling him where to put the ball. We're running to dead ends. Raheem Sterling's not a striker. He proved it last night. He was knocked all over the place. You know, he got his one chance. He fluffed it. You know what I mean? And for me, I said it last night on the show, and I've said it on the Big Six. No disrespect to Raheem. He's a fantastic player. But we could sell him because we don't need him. We've got plenty of players now on the left. Grealish, Foden. Do you know what I mean? Mahrez can go out there. Jesus can go out there. Varane can go out there. We don't need him. You know, we get good money for him and put it into a striker. If we can sell Sterling and we've got that 100 million knocking about that we was going to buy Kane with, and we can get 2 world-class strikers, get 2 for me. But I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? We've got to trust the manager. But last night was frustrating. As a Manchester City fan watching that, you're coming away from it thinking, how have we not got anything there? Even a point. But look, second half, pretty much the same. You know what I mean? It was just another like cat and mouse. We were pressing forward. They were coming back at us. Sometimes they were caught on the break. And then the Messi goal was fantastic. I mean, Lionel Messi, he's the best in the world. And what happened was he just seen his chance and took it. You know what I mean? Laporte and Cancelo sort of got in a mix-up. Cancelo went wide thinking Messi was going to go and pass it wide. And Laporte got caught on the wrong foot. And by the time he'd steadied himself, Messi had got that 2-3 extra yards, curled it right in the top corner. There's nothing you can do about that. You can only applaud that kind of talent to do that. But that's what Lionel Messi brings to them. You know what I mean? Last season, PSG were huffing and puffing. They weren't really doing a lot, and we controlled them. But when they've got Messi, every time he got the ball last night for me, I felt something was going to happen. I was nervous in the studio watching it. So the players on the pitch, as soon as he gets the ball, you know things are going to happen. That's the kind of impact he's got. That's why he's the best player in the world. And that's what they've got him for games like last night, where he produces that and he kills the game dead. I mean, is it the end of the world? No. Bruges did win, so they're on 4 points. We're only, they're on 4. We're on 3. Will we get through the group? I believe we will. But maybe it's a lesson learned. Maybe Pep looks at that and thinks, yeah, we do need a striker. Maybe. I don't see us winning that Champions League without a striker. I think there's a lot more of them kind of games in the Champions League where you're going abroad and it's tight and you need somebody to just get the key and unlock the door. And at the minute, it doesn't look like we're doing that. You know what I mean? In the Premier League, domestically, it looks like we could get there with it. Without one, we could do it. But I think these one-off games in cup competitions, it's so hard. It's so hard to do it. I just don't know what the answer is with it. I mean, and January's coming up. You're not going to get a world-class striker in January unless you pay well over the odds or you offer a replacement. You know what I mean? Whether you offer a Sterling in exchange with money or whatever, I don't know. And then you've got to think, is Sterling going to want to leave? I know he's down to his last 2 years, his contract, but you can't just push him onto anyone. Like Tottenham, for example, if we said, there's Raheem Sterling and some money, give us Kane. He's not going to go with Tottenham. He's not going to go. It's a step down for him, you know what I mean? It's just not going to do it. But last night's game, back to last night's game again. Full credit to PSG. I thought they look solid all over the park. I thought Hakimi has added real quality on the right for them. I thought Mendes has steadied up the left. I thought that the introduction of Messi just gives the whole team a lift. And when you actually sit down and look at their players, yeah, and Donnarumma last night in net, the Paris Saint-Germain fan was a little bit scared about Donnarumma, saying Keylor Navas should have started, but Donnarumma's one of the best goalies in the world. He's just literally won the player of the tournament at the Euros. And last night, some of them saves, especially low down from Mahrez and De Bruyne, for a big guy to get down like that was quality. So look, Paris Saint-Germain are gonna take some stopping. Do you know what I mean? They're the same. They need to get the rhythm, and I think the last night's win's going to boost them. And we've just got to not be too hard on ourselves. We've just got to. That's never a 2-0 game. You know what I mean? We've got to walk away and think, you know what, we was lacking a gunman up front to get the job done, but we move, and we've got probably the hardest game of the season. You know what I mean? Liverpool, they're on fire. You know what I mean? They scored another 5 in Europe. Salah, Mane, all playing well. And we've just got to go to Anfield and play like we've played the last 2 games. We do that, we'll get something. But last night for me, for the Champions League, was frustrating. I can't really criticise anybody other than Raheem, obviously. And I'm not going to get on Raheem. I'm not a Raheem Sterling hater. I'm not a Man City player hater. I'm just saying, in my opinion, we can sell him. In my opinion, I don't see where he fits in the team. I think Pep's trying to squeeze him in as a 9. He's not a 9. We'd have been better off starting Jesus. You'd have been better off starting Varane, because them two look more competent in that role than Sterling. And it's a shame, because he's improved massively at Man City, Raheem, and he's been a big part of what we're going to do. But sometimes players need to move on. You know what I mean? Leroy Sané was a prime example of that. He needed to move on. And in my opinion, maybe Sterling needs to move on. But, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, that's my quick match reaction. Just like to say thank you for everyone that's backing me on these little videos. I'm trying to interact with everybody in the comments the best I can. Please share, like, and subscribe, and get my content out there. Anything else you guys want to see from me, let me know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to try new things. Anyone that watched the Big Six on Monday night, it was unbelievable. If you've not seen that show, go and see it. It's caused a lot of debate all across social media. I think 90% are backing me. There's a 10% that were backing Toby. But the backstory to that was Toby brought the smoke himself. He wanted the fire. In the group chat all day, he was telling us what he was going to do to us. And the guy turned up on the show with notes. He had a full list of notes. And he still got buried. But anyway, enough of that. This is the Manchester City channel. This is for the fans. Don't be disheartened about last night's performance too much. We played well. We dust ourselves off and be ready for Anfield weekend, Sunday, the big one. I'm going to do a match preview this week on a couple of Liverpool channels with Grizz and a few others. And I might either do one on my own on this channel, or I might get Grizz to come on. If you guys want Grizz on here, or James Redmond or someone like that to come on and we'll do a little preview. Put it in the comments and let me know what you think. But anyway, it's Monday, start of a fresh week. Everybody enjoy it, be positive, and roll on Anfield at weekend. Come on, City.